Ashe, my energetic beings, and blessings to you. Engage in ritual, magic, and medicine. Explore monthly workshops, coven calls. May, mind and emotions for manifestation mastery. Shaman Healing Academy revision. Indigenous healing practices, rituals, ancient wisdom to align your energy and awaken your gifts. Subscribe to the Coven for only $3.99. Subscribers Live. Weekend Insights. Holistic Shaw Medium Tanya D. See you on the inside. Ashe. Inshallah and Ashe, as always, divine wills blessings. This week we are manifesting through our heart. It's illuminating, I would say, our core and centering us on a stage. But welcome to a Mystic Monday and this week's messages, if you will. I, once again, am your host, the Tanya D. And if you are new to my show, my channel, I am a practicing holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach, playing in the subtle energetic fields, being a reflector by design. I do follow the lunar energies, the moon, the goddess of the night, through each of the seasons, illuminating pathways. And I've coined myself a holistic Shaw medium, or I should say the universe did, as a download. A subtle choreography of my design, my unique essence, just mapping out the energetic pathways, the subtle fields to really activate your own personal grimoire, your unique energetic algorithm. Each week, I do cover the moon stages, phases through the seasons, tuning into them, the elementals, which I'm super stoked for this upcoming full moon in Scorpio, and I'll get to that on Friday. I also incorporate a daily divination and affirmation to get you on your magical way for the week. And of course, if you're new to my show, my channel, please subscribe, ring the bell to alert other magical beings that may want to resonate or do resonate with my frequency, lunar or otherwise. And my monthly live workshops, if you don't know, I do go live each month with a different message. And they're called Spill the Tea. They're just workshop webinars. March, we did start with manifesting through the age of AI. This was about balancing your intuition with technology, utilizing them together. April was coined magnetic moon manifesting, of course, manifesting with your natal moon sign specifically to create manifestations. So if you're feeling the call, receiving the nudge to join this online coven, Spill the Tea workshops are a monthly live webinar, always at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, including an online community, a village. It's part of a year-long, actually, manifestation series. We are continuing with your natal Mercury sign, May. Mind and emotions, mind plus emotions for manifestation mastery. This is feelings and thoughts, creating a chain link, if you didn't know, into our beliefs. So this month's workshop being coined Mind and Emotions for Manifestation Mastery, which we will then continue come June. You guessed it, super stoked for this one. Unlocking Jupiter's frequency, bringing in Jupiter and what we believe. So these Spill the Tea workshop webinars for 2025, sincerely, truly, authentically, are divinely aligned. They are next level workshop. It's a series of workshops. They are next level. You can either join individually to just have a simmer or a taste, or even better, become a monthly subscriber. And as a monthly subscriber, you do have the opportunity to dive deep into past tea shows, even from 2024, as a side note. Now, Reflector's guidance this week, we still do have the moon in the season of Leo. I talked about this last Friday into the weekend, but it's kicking off the week. So we're like tidying up the streams, manifesting through our heart. Listen here on YouTube for your moon forecast if your natal moon is in Leo during Taurus season. And of course, I always have affirmations for each of the moon signs, lunar energies. And for Leo, if your moon is in Leo, your natal moon, during Taurus season, your affirmation is I embrace my inner strength and nurture my sense of self worth. I am grounded, patient, and committed to building lasting success and meaningful connections. I trust that steady progress leads to deep fulfillment and, of course, love. The divine love, the Leo love, right? Loving yourself first. And then later on this evening, the moon does navigate into Virgo. Later tonight through Wednesday, with a focus on how Virgo, being an earth sign, interacts with this grounding, stable energy of Taurus. So if your natal moon is in the season of Virgo during Taurus season, you, Virgo, may feel energetically with a Virgo natal moon, it's your emotional world. It's being anchored into the need for order, practicality, service, being of service to yourself. So you find comfort in the structure, details, just making sure everything is in its rightful place and order. But during Taurus season, which is also an earth sign, you may feel a deep resonance with the grounded, nurturing energy that Taurus season is bringing for you and to you. So this is a time when your pragmatic, analytical nature can really thrive, as the energy of Taurus is supporting your need for security, stability in all arenas of life, especially your emotions. Being that both Virgo and Taurus share an appreciation for material well-being, this season is really providing you an opportunity to focus on creating and crafting lasting stability in your day-to-day world, your life. So your Virgo moon may feel more emotional centered, like being centered in the zone of neutrality during this time, as you naturally gravitate towards organizing your emotional world, seeking practical solutions for any emotional energies or needs that start arising and percolating, coming to the forefront. However, Taurus also invites you to slow down, enjoy the simple pleasures in life, the pleasure ladder, which may feel like a nice break from Virgo's usually high standards, constant striving, the perfection, to where you like perfect things to the point that they're actually broken. But the energy of Taurus can really help you embrace the idea that you don't need to be perfect to be secure. So you can find peace in the small, beautiful moments that really surround you, environment or otherwise. So how can you work with this energy? Simplify and ground your emotions. Ground your emotions into the Earth star. Virgo's natural inclination is to analyze, perfect, organize, which can sometimes lead to overthinking. In Taurus season, it's your invitation. It's inviting you to simplify your emotional world by focusing on what truly heartfelt matters and taking time to reflect on what brings you comfort, what does bring you peace and joy. And ground yourself in practical routines that really help you stay emotionally centered, such as organizing your space, journaling, focusing on self-care, being wellness practices even, that really nourish both your body and your mind and nurture your health and your well-being. That's what you're known for. So Virgo moon, you're going to feel emotionally nourished when you really take care of yourself, your physical health, along with your well-being. And Taurus is offering the energy to take practical steps towards sustaining your vitality. So this could be a great time to set new health codes, enjoy nutritious meals, which you should be anyway, let's be honest, and engage in physical activities that really ground you. It could be nature, yoga, just gentle movements of any kind, swaying like the trees, and embrace slow and steady growth. So Virgo may have a tendency to seek quick results. Taurus teaches the value of patience and steady, slow progress. So during this season, focus on cultivating your emotional growth, with the understanding that the slow, consistent effort leads to the lasting fulfillment. It's almost like the never ending story. Whether it's improving your emotional health, relationships, even your career, trust that small, deliberate steps will bring you closer to your goals. Focus on sensory pleasures. Taurus is sensory, right? It's the touch. And Virgo tends to focus on the mental clarity, the order. So Taurus is inviting you to tune into your senses, indulge in life's simple pleasures, whether it's enjoying a delicious meal, surrounding yourself with beautiful flowers, indulging in a warm bath, hot or cold, just saying. But the energy of Taurus is really encouraging you to appreciate the small comforts that provide you with nourishment and relaxation. And it creates stability. I would actually recommend you create the stability, the emotional foundation in your relationships. So during Taurus season, you may feel the urge to bring more stability to your relationships, especially your loved ones. Could be your fur babies, friends, or family. So this is an excellent time. It's a fantastic time to strengthen those bonds and connections with people who truly provide you with a sense of security and that grounded, authentic support. And practice active listening, offering your support, and allow yourself to be a rock for those that you really care about. So if your natal moon is in Virgo, an affirmation for you as we read through this during Taurus season: I trust the process of a slow, steady growth. You're building the foundation. I nurture my emotional world with stability, self-care, and practical love. I am grounded, Taurus, Earth star. I am grounded at peace and confident in my ability to create lasting fulfillment. And as a bonus self-care ritual for Virgo moons during the Taurus season, organize your space with love, loving yourself more than ever before and bringing that self-nurturing love, grounding that into the physical, the Earth star. Virgo feels emotionally nourished when there is order in their environment. So take time during the season of Taurus to declutter, reorganize your living space. And as you do so, infuse each task with love, intention, and really visualize clearing out old emotional patterns and create space for new, fresh, vital energy to really enter into your life. And grounding out in nature. Take a nature walk. Go on a nature walk. Just spending time outside in nature to connect with the earth. Virgo moons are reality, and you do benefit greatly from physical grounding, and the Taurus energy is going to support that deeply and deeper. So take a walk through a garden, the forest, a park, and really immerse yourself in the calming, healing energy of nature and all that nature has to offer. Pay attention to textures, smells, sounds around you, just allowing the earth to replenish your energy, soothing your mind, which I love that. So during Taurus season, your Virgo moon will feel supported at ease by the grounding, stable energy of Taurus. So really use this time to simplify your emotional world, nurturing your well-being, inner and outer. Your love star is what I want to say that. And really focus on creating lasting emotional security in your life. Embracing the natural rhythm, the circadian rhythm of Taurus energy. Just allowing yourself to slow down, enjoy the sensory pleasures. It really does remind me of the joy ladder. And trust that steady progress will lead to fulfilling results. And then on Thursday, the moon does move into Libra, the shining star of Libra, the Libra moon, which feels fantastic. And if your natal moon is in Libra during Taurus season, this is for you. With a Libra moon, it's like your emotional world thrives when there's balance, harmony, connection in your relationships. But where your conundrum comes is like opening up to that. You are naturally, energetically attuned to creating peace, beauty, aesthetics in your surroundings, seeking compromise and just aligning with others in a way that really feels beneficial, mutually beneficial. So during Taurus season, you're going to feel supported by the steady, earthy energy of Taurus, which aligns with your natural need for security, stability in your emotional life. And being that Traditionally, both Libra and Taurus are ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, pleasure. So you may find yourself feeling more aligned with what does bring you comfort, joy, and the sensual pleasures in your life. So Taurus is inviting you to indulge as well in the simple, yet sometimes profound, I almost said prophetic, pleasures of life. This can really help you feel more emotionally grounded and have inner peace, solitude. So during the season, your Libra moon may experience a desire to really build stronger emotional security bonds in your relationship. So you may feel more drawn to creating stable, long lasting, it's like the wish fulfilled in your connections with others, especially in love, family, friendships, and just opening up your starlight. Taurus energy is going to encourage you to reflect on what you truly, authentically value in your relationships, whether they provide you with the nourishment or even the stability that your heart desires and craves. However, as a Libra moon, you do have a tendency to avoid conflict. That may clash with Taurus's more stubborn kind of nature at times. Kind of creates a topsy-turvette kind of energy. And Taurus can encourage you to be more firm, grounded in your choices, while Libra, having a Libra moon, may want to keep things light and harmonious in the flow. So this is your invitation this season to find a balance between asserting your needs and maintaining peace with others. Your needs should come first. So how may you feel as if to work with this energy? Obviously, nurture your emotional balance in those relationships. It's the skills. So Taurus season is asking you to focus on bringing more stability, security into your relationships. That's your grimoire. So this is a fantastic time to assess how your connections with others are aligned with your values or maybe not. Are you receiving the emotional support that you authentically need? Are you creating space where you both you and your loved ones can thrive authentically? So really use this time to nourish your relationships with practical magic and love and genuine heartfelt care. Practice patience, firm boundaries. We all need them. But your Libra nature, your natural instincts is to keep the peace. So Taurus is really asking you to be firm in your boundaries, energetic and otherwise, emotional boundaries. So it's essential to practice patience and just allow things to develop at their own space and pace. When you feel emotionally triggered, take a moment, step back, be in the pause. Reflect on how you can ground yourself before reacting. Trust the foundation. Trust that stability will come through patience and, of course, perseverance. Create beauty, comfort in your surroundings, whatever that is. Both Libra and Taurus, again, ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, it's about aesthetics. So the season is your invitation to enhance those aesthetics of your environment. Could it be your wardrobe, how you're seen, whether it's redecorating your living space, tending to a garden, indulging in beauty rituals, and just allow yourself to enjoy the pleasures of visual beauty, like what you see aesthetically, and comfort. We want to really surround yourself with things that make you feel nurtured and, more importantly, loved. So slow down, indulge in self-care, energetically and otherwise. Libras tend to focus on others, may leave little room for that self-care. And Taurus season is reminding you to slow down and take care of yourself first. Number uno, engage in those self-care activities, things that really promote relaxation, rest, such as soothing baths, mindful walks in nature, simply just sitting in stillness with a fantastic book. Reconnecting. This is a perfect time to reconnect with what makes you feel centered in the zone of neutrality, relaxed and rested. And focus. Hone in on those long-term goals. Taurus energy is going to support those long-term energies of planning and the steadfast product of progress, I want to say. So if you've been thinking about goals related to security, career, finances, this is a fantastic time. Now is a great time to really set the practical intentions that will provide you with the solid foundation into the future. So use this period to reflect on your personal values, how they align with your long-term visions, goals. And if your natal moon is in Libra during Taurus season, this affirmation is for you. During Taurus season, I am grounded in love. Just hold space for that. I am grounded in love, balanced in my relationships, and steadfast in my desires. I create harmony in my life by cultivating stability, beauty, and security in all that I do. I was going to say everything that you do. And as a bonus self-care ritual for Libra moons during Taurus season, create that harmonious living space. Take time to rearrange or decorate your living space and really have it reflect those energies of beauty and harmony. Use soft colors, flowers, textures that really help you feel relaxed and nurtured. And as you're doing this, focus on creating a space that is emotionally soothing, supportive of your inner peace. Indulge in sensory pleasures. Libra moons could really benefit from indulging in the sensory experiences that really bring peace and enjoyment. So consider treating yourself to the luxurious. I'm thinking of like luxurious outdoor dining, meals, sensory baths. Simply lighting a candle, maybe enjoying the quiet beauty of your moment and your environment. The energy of Taurus is really there to help you appreciate the small, yet the very meaningful pleasures of life. It's about being heart-centered in your journaling, like tuning into your heart space and reflecting on your relationships, the emotional security that they provide for you and to you. Maybe write down what you value most in your connections and how you can nourish these bonds further and farther. Use journaling as a tool, as a way to ground your emotions, gain clarity on how you want to move forward in your relationships energetically. So during Taurus season, your Libra moon will feel supported by the grounded, steady energy of Taurus. So this season is your invitation to focus on creating stability and security in your relationships, while at the same time nurturing yourself with beauty and self-care. So it's this energy simply is encouraging you to embrace those simple pleasures of life, finding patience in your emotional process as you do process your emotions and commit to those long-term goals that really align with your core values. Taurus is all about values. And then, of course, on Sunday, the moon's going to move into Scorpio. The full moon meditation is going to be up shortly. Be sure to tune in on Monday's show for the Moon in Scorpio insights. And of course, the live show on Friday. I might dive in there a little bit as well. Now, a short break before we dive into the elementals this week, and I'll see you shortly. What is your unique intuitive gift and psychic ability? Are you somebody who often gets a gut feeling about people or situations? Have you experienced deja vu? Do you easily pick up on the emotions of others around you? Or dream so vividly that those dreams become reality? Feel that your dreams have meaning? Feeling a connection to the natural world, the world of nature? Drawn to numbers, symbols, or sigils? Sensitive to your surroundings and are very aware of changes in your environment? Believe in a higher power, a spiritual dimension? This quiz is going to assist you to activate your unique intuitive gift and psychic ability, how to take action upon it, creating a career that authentically aligns and resonates with your intuitive gift and psychic abilities. So let's dive into it. Hey, if you have yet to join me live on Fridays, both on YouTube and Facebook, I should put that on there, the Tanya D, either place, Moon Insights, Elemental Energies, Lunar Guidance, mini live cowrie shell divinations. It's a fun show. My Friday lives are 3 p.m. Mountain Time. It's about the energies that come in. I do some ritual magic and a lot more. Super fun if you can join me live. Now, the elements this week, And I just want to say I'm super excited. I recommend you highly join me on Friday because I'm actually going to talk about the elementals, including the hour for this full moon in Scorpio. I'm going to bring that up on Friday's live. I have some excitement there happening for us. However, the elements this week, we not only have a new day, but we also have a new month pillar, the energy of the month, a yang wood day master, a yang wood dog of a day, and a yin metal snake month and year. I don't know if you can feel it, but the energy just shifted. And the snake is the ultimate charmer. It always reminds me of Mowgli from Jungle Book. But the sun, when it arrives at 15 degrees Taurus, that's what moved us into the snake month energetically. So we are now in the 4th month of the wood snake year. It's the first month of summer. In the northern hemisphere, fire is on the rise. It's I'm going to call it the southern borders are activated. Fire's rising, fire's ascending. It's yang energy coming to the forefront. It's light. It's boosting our energy. It's elevating our soul. I should say our spirit. But the snake, it's a yin fire sign, a yang fire sign. A lot of yang fire energy. It's leading the way, lighting the path into the season of fire. It's the birth of fire, actually, in a way. And the birth of metal is kind of how I'm sensing that. But light, the heart center, the heart herself, the acupuncture points. So this has already been a very quick paced year with the snake being a traveling star. Now we have 2, so it's like double time, taking us on a ride. So this month possibly may be whisked away, like whisking away, even more fast paced. So we can have 4 snakes in the chart, which can only happen every 12 years in a snake year predominantly. So watch out on May 12th, along with May 24th, which is Gemini season, depending where you are, even the early part around June 5th, when the snake joins the energy of our day, especially during the hour of the snake. So check the hour of the sun every day between 9 and 11 a.m., just right before lunchtime. That's when the fire elementals, they start to begin to peak. They're on the rise, lunchtime. And in Chinese astrology, it's not based on the solar calendar, or it is based on the solar calendar. It's not based on the solar calendar, it's based on the solar time, the energies, celestial bodies, which is where the sun is positioned in the area that we are in on the earth plane. So I would definitely write those dates down on your calendar. You may want to pay special attention to movements, like how fast you're going, driving, speeding, getting a ticket. It's the Mars energy, really, especially with Mars in Leo, another fire sign in the celestial bodies. So if you were born in the year or the day of the rabbit, the goat, or the sheep, whatever you want to call it, also the opposing sign, which is the pig, these are highly energetic. They are charged. They are powerful times to really manifest. So if your chart has this affinity with the snake, as I know mine does, this is the most surprising kind of secretive animal sign, the snake. That's not what I have, but I have a trine happening, a directional trine happening, a few things happening for myself, I just want to say. But the snake in the Chinese zodiac system also contains hidden elements of course, we've got yang fire, yang metal, yang earth. Yang metal is in storage. Yang earth is hidden. So this is highlighting behind the scenes, just preparing and activating. This could be a highly exciting, even possibly overwhelming kind of energy. Mindfulness, metal, Venus is the key. And traveling stars, we've got 2. They're compelling us to move, to slither, with the energy of the snake really dominating the chart for an entire month. We're going to be on the move, whether we like it or not, seriously. And a lot of us possibly are going to be traveling, whether you want to again or not. So if you are traveling, be sure to enjoy the adventure, the habitat of it. And the metal snake, the yin metal, is really opening the door to greater rewards, opportunities. It's very auspicious. In the hexagram, it's wealth abundance, fire over heaven, the heavenly frequencies, the celestial bodies. So it's highlighting equal connection to our heart center, the beating heart, the heart coherence, and spirit, our higher selves. So follow your heart, your joy, your passions. Let the heart, spirit, be your guide to open up and receive more of the blessings, abundance from the heavenly universe, just opening up that doorway. So today the energy is rooted, it's alert, it's ready for a shift. The Yangwood Dog Day as a dog or as a day master stands like a loyal guardian, a tree, steadfast, dependable, deeply principled, the principals. So there's a call to stand up for what's right, but also to be mindful of stubbornness or rigidity. So you may feel more protective of your boundaries, your values, even those you love. Now layered with the yin metal snake month, the vibe turns more strategic, introspective. It's yin metal. The snake sees what others miss. It unearths secrets, sharpens our awareness, helps us cut away distractions. And yin metal wants refinement, elegance, inner strength. So how do they mix around? So Yangwood wants to grow outward. It's a tree. Yin metal snake wants to prune, carve, focus, go inward. So it's a perfect time to examine where your growth needs more discipline, where your discipline may be choking your freedom. And let's not forget, we are still in a yin wood snake year. So it's the theme of quiet evolution. It's continuing. So think of a forest slowly reclaiming ruins, beautiful natural transformation that requires no rust and no rushing in. That's what I meant. No rusting of rushing in. Fools rush in gold, right? But being an authentic trust and allowance. You may feel called to really ask yourself, where am I trying to push forward without first refining my vision? What inner instinct is quietly, the snake, guiding you beneath the surface? What must I protect? And what is safe to release? So today's energies, elemental, hold the dynamic interplay of strength, strategy, and spiritual alignment. We're going to be fine tuning. So let's break this down just a little bit further. Our day, the Yangwood Dog Day Master, the loyal tree rooted in the earth. Yangwood is the tall and bending tree, driven by principle, growth, integrity. When rooted in the earthly loyalty of the dog, dogs are loyal, this becomes the guardian of truth, the protector of values. And Yangwood, of all the day masters, needs all of the elementals for balance. We're missing water. The dog's earthly qualities are tempering the upward reaching wood. It's not rooted either, I should say. Bringing groundedness to our ideals. You may feel floaty, just so you know. But this combo can also be stubborn, even righteous. So check if your truth, your heartfelt spiritual truths are still aligned with your current path. Today, you may feel the call to stand up for something, but the real challenge is in knowing when to bend and when to hold. It's like know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Flexibility is not a weakness. It is really wisdom. It's authentic wisdom. But the month, the yin metal snake, it's the silent strategist. It's strategic. The snake brings cunning insight, a love of depth. Paired with yin metal, this energy cuts like a precise scalpel. The scalpel, not the sword. So it's not about grand gestures. It's about refining, distilling, revealing what lies beneath the surface. So this month is teaching us to let go of what no longer reflects our evolved self-image. The snake slithering through the underworld of our psyche. So really pay attention to your inner whispers, intuitive nudges. For a Yangwood Day Master, this metal creates a controlling or cutting relationship, often pushing you to define your boundaries. So be mindful of where you're being shaped by external expectations rather than your own inner clarity. The year Got to bring in the year, the yin wood snake. Quiet rebirth and shedding of skin. This year is about inner transformation. Not the loud, dramatic kind, but the subtle shifts that lead to entirely new timelines. Yin wood offers flexibility, gentle persistence. Much like ivy winding around a stone wall, reaching for the sun. And in the snake's coils, this becomes a deeply internal journey. You're growing in ways that may not yet be visible, but trust the process. The double snake in the month and the year is amplifying this entire effect. It's a time of molting, refining your path, and returning to a more sacred version of your truth. Some key themes emerging with this energy today, it's integrity versus inflexibility, precision, metal over pressure, and letting go of outdated loyalties. Grounding idealism in practical action. It's the inner transformation masked as quiet discomfort. So, some thought provoking reflections and alignment questions that you may want to muse about today or during the week. Where am I holding tight to a belief or commitment that no longer reflects who I am becoming? How can I protect my peace without armoring my heart? What old version of myself is quietly being shed, snakes shedding skin? And who or what is emerging in this place? And when we return, we're going to have our final part of the show brought in by the mystic messages for each day. And I'll see you shortly, or at least on the other side. Are you ready to tap into the cosmic currents and amplify your manifesting power? Join our monthly coven, a sacred space to elevate your desires through the wisdom of the stars. We've journeyed through the age of AI, balancing intuition and technology. We've unlocked the magnetic pole of your natal moon sign. And now, delve into mind plus emotions for manifesting mastery, harnessing the power of your natal Mercury. Each month brings a new celestial focus, a new pathway to your dreams. Visit tanyad.tv workshops to learn more and join the monthly coven. Your manifesting journey awaits. Inshallah, welcome back. Welcome to this week's Mystic Messages, woven from the Beltane Oracle once again, and guided by the spirit of the season for our final part of the show. So first up on this Mystic Monday, we have embodiment. And the light, I still haven't figured out my light in case you haven't noticed, or maybe you have. But embodiment, what does that mean for you? Embodying. So we begin with card 8, committing to our heart's desires, manifesting that commitment. This is a sacred reminder that our body is not separate from our spiritual path. It's the altar, the vessel, the temple through which all magic flows. Even at Beltane, when the veil thins, life bursts. It bursts with blooms. So the message here, the card is asking us, are we inhabiting our body with devotion, being devoted to our body, our heart? Are we honoring our physical form as the divine channel of our soul? Now is the time to really slow down, to savor, to feel. I almost feel like saying to taste, to dance barefoot, to nourish our bodies, to move with the rhythms of the earth and desire. It's the season. We don't have to be perfect to be sacred. We only need to show up fully, energetically, as we are, embodying that. So today I say, take a deep breath. Drop into, sorry, I want to move that. Dropping into your hips, your body, and really placing your hand maybe on your heart, left hand. I would repeat an affirmation about honoring your body as a sacred vessel of truth and pleasure, power, fully embodying yourself as the divine essence that you are and always have been. And really let this card, this message, guide you home to your senses and your soul. That truly is where magic begins. And the message on the card at the bottom or on the wall says, in case you were wondering, now, now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby, still, stills my path as the skies bleed for my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. So I think it's about embodying our who we are and claiming that journey. And I just recognize how fuzzy this is. My apologies. Curious though, indeed. She's got a bee, I think, on her finger. I don't know if you can see that, along with the ferns and probably some fae. Fae with the mushrooms is what I'm seeing there. And then on Tuesday, our message on Tuesday is the sun god. There we go. Not so terrible. Message number 40. That's like boundaries along our heart's belonging, our manifestation. So as our week is unfolding, we are greeted by the god, the sun god, blazing his golden effervescent presence onto our path, lighting the way in a month of fire, the birth of fire. So this divine masculine energy brings the gifts of like illumination, courage, radiance, strength. The sun god doesn't just shine, he radiates purpose, gift and purpose. He's the fire that fuels growth. Think of the sun warming the earth, the protector of sacred balance, the bold spark, right? So it's time to rise. This card is our invitation to really step into leadership, take inspired action, embody the solar codes of vitality, confidence, divine clarity. So where can we lead with heart this entire week? What truth are we being called to ignite or express? Shine like the sun. And let your will be empowered, not from the ego, but from alignment, divine alignment. The energy here, the sun god, is reminding us that our light was never meant to be hidden. It was meant to lead our brilliance. So honoring the sun within you, radiate with purpose, be strong in your truth, courageous in love for self and others, and really let his solar strength walk with you today, casting out the shadows, lighting the way ahead, the path. It's like this radiant transmission of the sun god, and the message there on the base of the card, come all, come now, expand into the skies and into the shadows below. So it's time to radiate our brilliance. I also see it as the ghost in the darkness, where the sun shines upon everything that glimmers, right? Indeed. So next we have flower crown. This makes me want to make my crown a flower. Card 12. So that's about loving and trusting and having fun, emotionally fun. I don't know if anybody made dandelion crowns, but I've got a few dandelions outside myself. So I did. I know I did. But this is like the soft. It's the sacred moment of inner reverence, the inner reverie. So it's about wearing our crown, wearing our worth like a crown of wild flowers. So Wednesday, I feel like we're being crowned by the nature, the delicate nature of wisdom within nature. The flower crown. So it's this gentle but very powerful reminder of our inherent soul capital, our worth. Not the worth we earn, but the beautiful value that we are all born with, innate. So this message is calling us to pause, recognize our existence is sacred, it's valued, our essence is enough. We are enough. We deserve to be adorned in our own truth. It's our birthright. So the flower crown, it's kind of a rite of self-honor. I almost said a passage, but it's an honor. It's an honor. It's a tribute. It invites us to bloom into our own visibility. We don't need to prove. We just need to open the door to receive. And when we wear our inner beauty openly, that's when we become magnetic. So this is not vanity. It's veneration in a way. So maybe reflect. Where have you been dimming your light to make others comfortable? And we know we do that. What would it feel like to step forward with grace, claiming your space? So it really is a message to honor our worth, wear our truth like a crown. We are all sacred. We are seen and we are sovereign. And just let Wednesday be a coronation of our own spirit. We are the wildflower. We are the bloom. We are the beloved to ourselves and others. But the message on the card, I might make myself a dandelion crown myself. The message reads, though, on the card, wear your power proudly and unapologetically, for it is your birthright, which I said earlier, and it is eternal like the soul. And so it is. I said so. Ashe. Blessings on that one. And then on Thursday, oh my goddess, look at that. The Fae. Who doesn't love the Fae? How many of you have fairy gardens? I do, all over the place. But this is like a little bit of enchantment happening for us. It's bringing in all the flavors. I don't think I've ever actually pulled the Fae on the Beltane deck. Maybe I have, not sure. But the Fae are coming on Thursday. So this is about not following the path, but it's about wandering instead and finding the magic that we didn't know we were even seeking. The Fae arriving, they whisper, they wink, they come in from the unseen. They're reminding us that life isn't meant to be overly planned or even perfect. And I find this kind of interesting because the moon's in Virgo, right? So it's meant to be lived. We're supposed to be curious, have some mischief, have some childlike wonder. So the message here is calling us to loosen our grip, wander more. Not everything sacred must be so serious. Not all magic is ritualized either. Some of it lives in spontaneity, play, presence. I know when I go out spontaneously, the energy is eclectic, it's different. But the Fae, as spirit beings, are asking us, like, have we created or made space for enchantment? That's kind of the message. When was the last time you followed your shimmer, your glimmer, instead of your schedule? Like just going with the flow and allowing your senses to lead you, and look for signs in the darkness, in those shadows, and trust. Trust in the glimmer in your peripheral vision. I know I saw the Fae and Spoleto in the sacred garden when I paid attention to the glimmer, but I also know feeding the Fae is a highly important thing to do. So on Thursday, I would leave a small offering for the spirits of nature. Usually it's milk, honey, shiny objects, sesame seeds, and whisper a wish. Go play, dance barefoot, skip a stone, make a daisy crown or a dandelion crown. Let magic find you. That's the energy. It's like opening the door, following childlike wonder, and believing in the unseen world, the magic, just opening up to play, poetry, pleasure. That's what the Fae really delight in. So with the veil thin, knowing it's thin, the wild ones are walking beside us. So I really like the energy here with this card. Not everything is as it may seem. Be cautious, dear one. The Fae are there. Oh no, for there is a story beneath the tell. I think we need to tune into the other world. Spirit on Thursday. And also it's Jupiter's day. So I like that. And then on Friday, we finish with growth, number 16. So we're growing spiritually, I think. 16 is just opening up our heart to manifest spirit in the physical, rooting in this fertile energy. So there's a beauty in becoming. It's the becoming of the beauty. And there's also sacredness in the unfolding of the beauty. Growth, it's arriving on Friday. So this is like new buds are reaching out for the sun god in this case. It's a reminder that we're not to stay the same, that we are evolving layer by layer, shedding some skin, season by season. And growth. Growth is not always graceful, right? Sometimes it's a pain pleasure. It can feel awkward and certain and even painful. The pleasure in the pain, I guess, is what I'm thinking. But the discomfort is not a sign of failure. That's perception. It's a sign of stretching. So our message here, it's our invitation. It's inviting us to reflect on, where are we being asked to really expand like the sun, shine? What parts of ourselves are blossoming or not? What needs need more sunlight, nourishment, or care? Where do we need to shine our light? And really practice our own growth. Possibly write a love letter to yourself, your future self, actually, and thank them for being brave enough to bloom. And then I always say, tend to a plant, like plant the seed, your body, your dreams, something alive that really mirrors, like a mirror reflecting your own unfolding, and just welcome the growing pains of transformation. Two snakes for a month is what I'm saying. And trust the process of becoming. Just knowing that your time to bloom, we all bloom in our own time energetically. Be like the wildflowers of Beltane or a dandelion. Your growth is sacred, and trust your roots to really rise. And of course, the message on this card on the bottom here, inside myself, I have sown beauty with wounds, which speaks of my immortality in the expansive eternal song, softly blowing in spirit. So it's like the winds take you away in the growth. It's wood energy, by the way. So in summary for this week's mystic messages, using the Beltane Oracle deck, Season of the Witches, by the way, it really is time to feel inspirited, inspired, aligned, supported as we journey throughout this week. There's like a sacred spiral of awakening for us. So this week begins with this invitation to really anchor deeply into our body, the embodiment, our vessel being holy ground, sacred ground, knowing every breath, every sensation, every movement is actually a ritual. And it's just coming home to our sacred space, our sacred self. And then with the sun god, message 40 there on the card, it's like we are rising. We are the sun god. We're being illuminated, illuminating our confidence, radiating our purpose, and energizing our own vitality, and just standing in our truth with radiant courage. Let your light be a blessing to others. Shine everywhere. And Wednesday, the flower crown. I almost said it, flowers. This is when it starts to become fun, just honoring our own beauty, divinity, our divine energy. We are being crowned, not just with petals, but also with power. This is our reminder to open up, receive compliments, stand tall, know your worth. And then Thursday, we got the Fae. That's where we're met by the beings of the other world. And magic dances at the edge of our awareness. So the Fae whisper. They're whispering to us through synchronicities, intuition, wonder. So just open up your senses and let enchantment return you away from the mundane, the every other day kind of stuff, right? No, thank you. And then we finish on Friday with growth, opening up our hearts to receive, intuition, being guided by the Fae. We are not who we once were. That's something to really celebrate. So this is a season of blossoming, or a week of blossoming. So be gentle with yourself as you stretch like a tree, a vine, into new forms of being. And then just to energize and enter the week, if you will, like desire, creativity, fertility, fire, energy pulse through each and every moment. Just allow it. Knowing the veil is thin, the earth is alive. Love is all around if we focus upon it. We are a living altar. So I would be like, dance, kiss the wind, make offerings of joy continually. Become your own altar, become your own shrine. And a weekly affirmation for this year, and here comes Tiger. Luckily, we're at the end of the show because he's dancing right on the stage. But a weekly message of lunar guidance. I know I kind of do that a lot. I am the sacred in motion, rooted in my body, guided by light, kissed by magic or a frog. I rise, I bloom, and I grow. Be sure to join me live on Fridays. mini cowrie shell divinations, lunar guidance, and even more elemental musing. I do believe I'm going to bring in the energies of the Scorpio full moon because I checked those out earlier today. The moon meditation for the Scorpio full moon is going to be complete with magic and medicine. And it actually is the flower moon. And we've got the flower crown. So be sure to tune in. Magic, lunar medicine, ritual, insights, and meditation. That'll be up shortly. And subscribe, ring the bell to be in the know as well. Ashe and blessings as always. Thanks for tuning in. Invite your friends, and I'll see you on the other side.